Hello, Mind Belly family, and welcome to Level 3, Simplicity. Over the next 6 days, we will be focusing on simplifying your life. When we are able to simplify and prioritize what's most important, we get a whole bunch of new life credits. They come in the form of more time, energy, happiness, ease, and joy for your soul. Often at times, we are so caught up in doing and collecting things that we do not realize the burden it is creating in our life. The truth is, we need a lot less than what we think we need, and Level 3 will help you experience why. As part of your Soul Shift Challenge for the next 6 days, I'm going to ask you to choose something you can simplify in your life. You can create a unique activity for yourself, which may come out of today's tap, or you can choose from one of the options I will present. If you feel super ambitious, you could also do one simplification a day, and I will leave that up to you. Here are my options. Review all your projects and drop anything that is not inspiring your soul. Review all your subscriptions and turn off anything that you are not using. See any areas of your life that you have overcommitted time and take it back. Declutter your closet, your cupboards, and or your storage unit. Instead of eating out every day, cook food at the start of the week in advance. Find out what you need to do to get out of debt and then let go of luxury and impulse buying. Reduce the number of goals you are striving for. Choose to turn your phone off during specific times. Have a social media fast. Be upfront and honest about what you want in your relationships and stop playing games. Replace binge watching of TV to reading a book. Or create a to-do list and then choose one task at a time and do not jump around to other tasks. The purpose of these activities is to take you from being overwhelmed in your life to overjoyed, which brings me to today's tap. For a moment, consider an area of your life that currently feels overwhelming to you. This may relate to your work, your relationships, your finances, personal health, family, love life, or your general organization and planning. Let's get started. Let's take a moment now to massage underneath our collarbone and tuning into that thing that's overwhelming you in your life right now. It could be something that I mentioned in the list or something that is more specific to you in your own life. Tuning into what is overwhelming. And as you feel into that overwhelm right now and how it's been affecting your life, on a scale of 0 to 10, we'll do our intensity check-in. What is the intensity? 10 being I'm so overwhelmed and 0 being I feel at peace and I'm at ease. Great. Now that you have your intensity, let's move forward, tapping the center of the chest, repeating after me, even though I've been feeling overwhelmed. Tapping between the brows, I love and deeply accept myself. Tapping the temples, even though I've been feeling really overwhelmed about, and tell me what that is. Is it paying your bills? Is it relationship challenges? Is it a lack of organization in your life? What is creating that overwhelm? Great. Tapping the cheeks. I love and deeply accept myself. Tapping underneath the nose, even though I have all of this overwhelm. Feeling the intensity there once more. Feel how that overwhelm feels in your body. Tapping underneath the lips. I love and deeply accept myself exactly as I am, even though I feel overwhelmed. Tapping the chest. I love and deeply accept myself exactly as I am, even though I am overwhelmed by, and tell me what it is. Tapping the front of the ribs. It's possible I can let go of this overwhelm. Tapping the side of the ribs, but I don't know how. Tapping the top of the head. It's just too much to look at. Part of me doesn't know where to start. Tapping between the brows. I love and deeply accept myself. Tapping the temples, even though I don't know where to start. Tapping the cheeks, and part of me just wants to look away. Tapping underneath the nose, part of me doesn't want to have to deal with this. Tune into that part of yourself right now that it's just like, it's too much to look at. I just want to avoid it. Feel into that piece of you that is trying to avoid. And in the action of avoiding, it gets even more intense. Tapping underneath the lips. I can avoid this if I want to. Tapping the center of the chest, but the challenge is still there. Tapping the front of the ribs, and I really want to feel peace here. Tapping the side of the ribs, but I don't know how to get there. And just send some love and some forgiveness and some compassion right now to how overwhelming it is, how wound up you're feeling, how anxious you are as a result of it. And just give yourself some compassion. The stress, the inability to do it all at once, all of that. Just hold it in some love right now and give yourself permission just to be with it. Tapping the top of the head. I give myself permission to not even look at this for a moment. Tapping between the brows. I give myself permission to forget that this even exists. Tapping the cheeks, but it does exist. Tapping underneath the nose, and it's calling for my love and presence right now. Beautiful. Tapping underneath the lips, I can bring love here. Tapping the center of the chest, we're going to move into some new visions. It's possible I can move more slowly here. Tapping the front of the ribs, even though part of me wants to move really fast. Tapping the side of the ribs, it's possible I'll do better if I move slowly. Tapping the top of the head, I might even feel better if I move slowly. Tapping between the brows, I might even achieve more if I move slowly. Now, so much of the time when we're overwhelmed, we try to do so much, we try to move really fast, and guess what happens? That's when we make the most mistakes. That's when everything starts to fall apart. So what about if you could actually just flip it and recognize if you moved conscientiously and slowly through whatever it was, that you might actually do the job better, you'll make less mistakes, you'll feel more empowered, and you possibly could even achieve more. I think you could, right? Great. So tapping the cheeks here. I'm going to slow down just for a moment. Tapping underneath the nose. I can slow down right now. Tapping underneath the lips. I'm slowing down this overwhelm. I give myself permission to slow right down now. And feel all of that energy from all of that movement just slowly move back and slowly slow down right now. Feel all of that momentum that was moving so fast be pulled back right now. And then take a big deep breath into that and release a big sigh. Fantastic. Tapping the front of the ribs. It's safe to slow down. I can trust a new pace now. I might feel better if I slow down. Tapping the side of the ribs. It's possible that's what my soul wants. And we've been doing a lot of soul work over the past few days. So just take a moment and tune into your soul. It's right there. What does your soul really want from you right now? Does your soul want you to be flustered and moving around really fast and overwhelmed and stressed? Or is your soul's highest priority for you to be in a relaxed state? Open in your being and enjoying the moments rather than rushing past the moments? Tapping the top of the head, I can slow down. I give myself permission to slow down. Take a big deep breath in, release a big sigh. Fantastic. Tapping between the brows. Now I want you to tune into whatever it is that you've been working on, whatever it is that you were overwhelmed with at the start. And I want you to imagine doing what you were doing, but in a really conscientious, slower way. I want you to tune into what that activity is and what you're creating, but bringing in that new pace as you move through that activity. And how does that feel when you do that? It makes me feel, tell me what that makes you feel. Tapping underneath the nose. When tell me what you're doing. Tapping underneath the lips. And that feels better for me. Tapping the center of the chest. It makes me feel. What does it make you feel when you get to really shift that to that way of being? Because this is what it is. It's a way of life now. Any area of your life that you're sped up and overwhelmed, you get to bring this new level of consciousness to those areas. And that new level of consciousness brings wisdom. Because when you have space, you see things more clearly and you can make more educated decisions for your life. Decisions that actually truly serve you versus just spinning your wheels. So feel into that consciousness right now of peace, of moving slowly, of being present and aware. And feel that touching your life right now. Send that to anything in your life right now. Beautiful. This feels really, tell me what it feels like to do that. Tapping the side of the ribs. I'm ready to do this fully now. Wow, so beautiful. And what are some of the thoughts that come up in your mind when you're doing that for yourself? Like, it's easy to do this. I trust myself. I have more than enough time. What are some of those positive thoughts right now that come up when you give yourself that spaciousness? What are some of the beliefs that you get to choose right now? What is one of those main beliefs? Choose it right now. Perhaps it is, I am free. I've got more than enough time. Life is easy. And you tell me yours now. Wow, awesome. And when you have that thought, what does that thought make you feel? It makes me feel relaxed. Makes me feel spacious. Tapping the temples makes me feel happy. Wonderful. Tapping the cheeks. Feel that right now. Send it to your whole life. See everything rearranging around that intention. Feel everything purifying with that intention, knowing that it is safe to do this. Take a long, slow, deep breath in and release a big sigh. Beautiful. Now holding one hand on your chest and one hand on your heart. Just putting a little smile on your face right now. And feeling everything relaxing more and more right now. Dropping into deep relaxation. Everything softening in your being. Knowing that there is the perfect timing as you choose. That there is nothing more important in your life than the feeling of peace and deep relaxation in your being. That all things benefit from this place. That your projects, your relationships, your family, everyone benefits from this place inside of you. Take another deep breath in. Release a sigh. And now tuning into the intensity that you had at the start and now where you are now. Has the number gone down? You can always come back to this video if you want to continue to bring that number down. You are such a courageous human being. Now let's step into our soulful next steps. Take one moment to tune into a new belief that supports you in honoring the simplicity for your life. Now go ahead and write that on your soul map and jot down any new discoveries in your workbook. Great work today. As we continue to step into new levels of simplicity, you may wish to bring some of these intentions into your morning soul taps. By doing this, you will have that extra support in achieving your soul shift challenge over the next 6 days. The real lesson here is to start looking at your whole life through the question, how can I simplify? Good luck. I will see you tomorrow as we learn to ease our expectations.